Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Andor, Star Wars series. Last time on Andor, we kind of saw the aftermath of the heist and how it kind of had its ripples galaxy-wide, affecting most of the major characters we know, like Mon Mothma, and various other characters as well. Cassian, for his part, just kind of wanted to put it all behind him and live a good life with the money he got. Like, he wanted to take his mom and just go live on a beach somewhere. She is now like fully inspired by him, even though she doesn't know it was him, to join the rebellion. So he already has had, his actions have already had an effect that he doesn't really fully comprehend yet. And he's not fully radicalized either, but that might change now that he was arrested at the end of the last episode and given a 6-year prison sentence for something like he didn't even do anything. Just this gung-ho trooper, very reminiscent of modern policing and just overzealous officers, kind of enforcing their will on individuals that can't really fight back in that situation. But now he's in prison, and I assume that's where this episode will mainly take place, is him in prison. Maybe next episode will be him escaping from prison, and then the final 3 is where we'll run into characters like Saw Gerrera, or others, and where Cassian will truly, like, finally be like fully on board the rebellion. And then season 2 will probably be all his actions leading up to Rogue One within the rebellion. But I'm excited to jump into it. So before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. Comment, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the season? Both of those things help the channel a ton. If you are new here or find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more Star Wars related content. And then if you are interested in seeing the full uncut version of this reaction, consider checking out my Patreon. It's linked in the description below. But otherwise, let's jump into episode 8, I believe, of Andor.
Get in line!
Just processing to go into the prison.
Move it! Don't you look at me.
Jeez, they're so aggressive.
Name?
Gargle, Keith Gargle.
Home planet?
There is Plata.
Narkina 5.
What's that?
Get to your transport. Next.
What is that? What?
It's probably
Move it. Home planet?
it's where the
Bell service.
it's where the prison is. It's probably as far from your home planet as possible, so that you can't, like, you don't know anyone there and you can't organize. Hello. Would you like to be part of an investigation? He's nervous. Don't be nervous, brother.
But now we've both had our mornings interrupted because you keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards Data Center looking for Cassian Andor. You've claimed he was a missing fuel specialist, suspected of forging Imperial reports.
He
You've
just keeps investigating.
filed 5 false inquiries.
6, actually.
I wasn't counting this morning.
Cassian Andor is a murderer and a threat to the Empire. I have been trying, with the limited tools available, to find him.
So this is about public safety.
I wonder if she's recruiting him under the guise of interrogation.
One would think you'd want to leave Ferrex as far behind as possible.
One would be wrong.
I have a busy day. What's not in Lieutenant Blevins' report that I need to know?
I have no idea. I wasn't allowed to see the report.
You signed it.
I was given no choice.
That's true. He was not allowed to look at it. He was just told to agree. I wonder what they're building. Or like what this is. Yularen! I didn't recognize him last time. But I guess that's who it is.
Full planetary comnet, full garrison tech package, Series 9
Lots of
spectrum
stuff.
surveillance, local agent funding, code droid.
All ready to go, sir. If someone there is talking, we need to be listening. It's a fraction of the price of lost technology.
The little we are aware of is already troubling.
Ferrix was a mistake. It's the first one he's made. Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir. Find Andor and get a hunt started.
She's the only one there that's like doing things competently and aggressively.
Go! Down the ramp! Down the ramp now! Move back! Stay right there!
Make them take their shoes off. What's up with their funky shoes?
This is an Imperial factory facility. You've all been assessed as label-worthy. Now, following this introduction, you'll be transferred to your level assignment and work room.
Are the floors like electrified?
Now, those who've been incarcerated before will be surprised by the calm, sanitary conditions and our minimally invasive enforcement techniques.
Probably electrified floors. Now, yeah. That dude enjoyed that. He enjoyed that. What a jerk. You gotta steal some of those boots, brother.
I heard his voice. I'd recognize it.
Here's what we'll do, Mr. Khan. You'll stop filing requests for Andor.
And you're gonna get a job now. Now he wants...
I was a good deputy inspector.
He wants to continue.
That was very good. I solved a double murder and found the killer in 2 days. It was overly ambitious, yes, but time was slipping away and the opportunity was real. Service to the Empire.
That's
You
what
just
he
said it.
that's what he wants, is more service to the Empire.
It could be a valuable asset going forward.
Employment, baby.
One more time, and it won't be me you're speaking to. Forget this happened.
Then maybe he needs to raise the alarm one more time.
On program. That means hands on head, eyes front, feet on the floor. Do it.
He's aware of where the boots are. Why would you let him see this?
New man ready on 5-2D, requesting unit override.
Copy that. Coming up.
That's not good enough. This was on the schedule. Let's just get him out on the ring.
Right, step forward. Let's go. Move. Step
He's-
forward and stop. Now, move.
Being observant,
Post up. We're already behind.
We good?
Yes.
subtle things he's picking up.
Ready on the floor.
Looks good.
Prep for door.
We've already established that Cassian is an observant fellow.
Step off, move. I said step off now. Move.
I wonder, theoretically, could you like, is it required skin to floor contact?
7 tables per room.
Like, could you slightly
7
pull
men,
down your pants and
each
tie
table.
the ends of your
My
pants
name
together?
is Kino Lloyd.
Oh,
I'm the 5-2D unit manager.
what are you doing here, brother?
Kiev.
I didn't know he was in this.
Kiev Gurgle.
I mean, he's been in other Star Wars things before, but
They only come to pick up the dead and bring their replacements.
Snoke himself.
You're mine now.
To work.
That's so cool that he's here. like I was saying though, could you theoretically like slightly pull your pants down and tie the ends of your pants so that your skin isn't touching the floor? Like, would that work?
Last place, that's you. The 7 tallies are the running shift totals of all the other rooms on this floor. You
So
play
they're
against
competing
all the other tables
against each other.
I have 249 days left of my sentence. Sick, injured, you talk to me. Problems with another inmate, I will know before you do. Losing hope, your mind, keep it yourself.
It's how they keep them focused on the task and not rebellion. Because if they focus on things that aren't the job, they drop in the leaderboard and presumably get punished because of it.
Hey, new guy. Prepared to fry.
Keith. What? That's his name, right?
Learn each other's names.
Work! Hands right. Get to it, right? Stand back.
What are they doing?
This will be a sprint segment. 39 minutes on the tone.
As ever, the least productive table will be disciplined.
Yeah. We've been new. We've been new.
Hands away. Here. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
What are they building? I like that Cassian's just watching.
Come on, come on, come on.
He's picking up the individual tasks. And he's gonna make his group the best dang production group here. And they really have to go hard.
Oh, I don't think you're on the menu tonight, eh? The senator is pitching politics, not charity. Saving the empire from the emperor.
The new legislation is definitely having an effect.
Well, the rebels might have thought that over before blowing up Aldani. Thank you.
Well,
So grown up.
I think the rebels thought more over than you assume.
Well, good luck feeding
Perrin.
the galaxy. I'm off to feed myself.
Charity begins at home.
Get fucking roasted.
Leader. We've met.
Indeed.
You're here all the time now.
Learning to love Coruscant.
Your father's looking for you.
You're drinking squigs.
What is up with her?
Nice to see you again.
What about the money I've made?
What's up with her
already?
daughter?
Not everything's tucked away.
Is are they using her daughter as a spy?
What should we worry about?
400,000.
She seemed very nervous. What is he doing? Ooh, oh, he's communicating. It's like sign language. Interesting. Like they're able to communicate across the bridges and across the levels.
Overreactive, perhaps. Understatement? Says what he means. We're discussing legislation, not speeches.
What does he mean?
It's exactly what they say about Trump. Says what he means. Tells it like it is. Ugh.
Doing nothing wrong, what is there to fear?
Well, I'm fearing your definition of wrong.
These are dangerous times.
Dangerous times. Are they not?
Do you feel under threat?
Personally?
Yeah, who do you feel under threat by?
This is you. Iraq. Everything you need here is on the wall. Water, night light, toilet flips down.
And food?
The tube. You can get as much as you want. They like us healthy and fueled.
Yeah, productive.
Winner gets taste with their food. Top table wins flavor.
Ooh.
Don't ever look at the number. Double, triple, it doesn't matter.
Hey!
You're in till they don't want you anymore.
Enough!
Get straight with that.
Mousy!
Thinks they're getting it now, streaming.
Too much talking going on.
Hot floor!
Get off the floor. You have 7 seconds. Cassian, get off the floor! Brother in Christ. You almost got cooked. Yo, Mon Mothma is so hot. Like, what is going on? Guess you don't want him smelly.
Light.
Cassian's got this group purring like a machine. All they know is speed.
Hey! You just taking a breather.
What do you want him to do? God, the competition amongst each other is just insane there. Fosters an inherent dislike for the other prisoners.
She has pain in the knee.
The doctor was here yesterday.
Your breathing sounds...
Little droid. She has pain in the knee.
She fell trying to pry open the Aldrich's floodgate.
She gonna flush them out?
No. She wanted to see if the tunnel under the hotel was still open. So the rebellion can sneak in and take them by surprise.
Nice. What a goat. What a goat. Yo, Bix is the love of my life. Vel, what's poppin', homie?
Where did you go?
Who's the big one?
Ooh, Sintra. Or Cinta.
This is a fight to the death, Vel.
Vel just wants to be with her.
Maybe I'm a rich girl, running away from her family.
That's cold. Even for you.
Is that what Vel is? A rich girl running away from her family?
We're shutting down ferrets. The code, the frequency, all of it. I'm thinking clearly and you're not.
The woman's name is Bix Colleen. Vel could have a look, if it's safe. I'm not slipping, Leia. I've just been hiding for too long.
It's all different now.
True. She's very cautious and he is not as cautious anymore. Oh, look at how sad the waif is. She is dedicated. Cinta's in it for the long haul. Oh no, don't kill yourself, brother.
Table 3, the tall one!
Mans couldn't take it anymore.
What's going on?
It's Pax Yard. I'm not sure they're all over it.
Oh, Bix got them in trouble.
Colleen! Bix Colleen. Get her! Go!
Haul ass, Bix. Get out of here. Hey, you're related to one of Saw Gerrera's guys, right?
So, my friend, the garrison at
Oh.
Donny. Was that you?
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
Hey, buddy.
Enter Krieger.
Anto Krieger.
Anto Krieger.
He's been probing the Imperial power station at Spellhouse. I want you to hear his plan. He'll need air support.
Let's just keep this simple. I'll take all 3 deflectors. How much?
No, you meet with Krieger, they're free. You don't, I'll take them elsewhere.
I work alone.
We need to pull together, Saul.
Has to be a coordinated thing.
Oppression breeds rebellion.
True facts, true facts.
I am the only one with clarity of purpose. No sale today, Luthen. Good luck with Anto Krieger.
Oh, they caught her? Dang it.
Would you like us to clear the room?
No. I wanted to see him. What are you doing? Get him out of here. Quickly.
ISB agents and their mind games. Don't hurt my goal like that. Cassian's got this crew working like a well-oiled machine. I don't know what they're building though. Maybe I'm just dumb and I don't recognize what those things are. But I feel like I should. Oh, come on, you rat bastard. Oh, freaking nothing after the credits. Man, this show just continues to be like excellent storytelling, like fantastic writing. Like it's crazy how you can so many like small little things in the writing and the performances. Like you pick up on these little things throughout the episode that like aren't necessarily like super not super attentive, but like they don't draw your attention necessarily from like a hey, look at this type perspective, but like as you notice Cassian noticing things, you can see them laying the groundwork for you know, how he'll escape, how, you know, like what's going to happen going forward. You can see little things that happen that inform the mentality of the prison, of the prisoners, just all this stuff. Like what? So right off the bat, Cassian, they ask him where he's from and they put him in a prison based off that. Assumedly, I'm guessing they would pick a prison that's like far away from wherever he lives, right? Or wherever he's from. And my guess would be that like, so then no one from the same area ends up in the same prison, right? You don't want people knowing each other. You want everyone to be strangers. And they go to a prison where they have to take off their shoes because the floor is electrified, right? Immediately, like, even though this might be like a little bit of a reach in terms of comparison, but it did give me vibes of, I mean, it's not quite the same, but it gave me slight vibes of like seeing, like when you see historical images of like the slave trade, or you see media that portrayed that time, you often see those prisoners without shoes, right? They always take their shoes. And it's a slight reach in terms of connection, but it did give off similar vibes in terms of like they are dehumanizing these people, right? Like they are taking away every sense of comfort from these individuals, whether that be you know, a sense of home or a sense of literally just taking their shoes, taking away a sense of individuality with the uniform, like prison uniforms, like even the food they eat, like everything is designed to keep them like designed to keep them in a rut, if that makes sense. Like designed to keep them, I mean, maybe the food keeps them docile as well, but everything is designed to keep them focused on anything but rising up. It's crazy. But like, even they're bringing Cassian in, and you see him glancing at stuff. Like, he notices the position of like where the boots are, the electro boots. He notices the guard rotation that's happening up there, where each individual thing is, like what to say to call the lift, you know, what to say to each individual person, like how many people there are supposed to be up there. He's looking around, he's noticing all of it. Like, because it's been previously established that Cassian is a very observant person. And that's partly why he's so good at what he does. But he's the new guy on this production floor that is led by Andy Serkis. Like, who the heck expected Andy Serkis to appear in this? He's obviously been in previous Star Wars properties before. If you are familiar with Snoke from the sequel trilogy, he did that. He's probably played various other parts in Star Wars without like being super obvious, but this is his first I guess live action, like as just him in the Star Wars universe, so that's pretty fun. Andy Serkis is the king of motion capture, so it's interesting to not have him play a motion. I mean, he probably has played a motion capture person we just haven't noticed, but it's cool to see him as a person. But what was very interesting to see is just the how they foster competition against the other inmates. Essentially, that's one tactic to keep them like in. If you don't want an organized rebellion or a prison uprising, keep the prisoners in a sense of dislike for each other and a sense of competition against each other. Like, the only people you'll ever end up feeling a sense of teamwork with or like working with will be the 5 guys that are on your team. But otherwise, for the most part, everyone else there, you are disliking and you're actively competing against and hoping they do poorly. Where they're building something. I don't know what they're manufacturing specifically, but they're building something. And the people who build the most in a given shift, they get food with flavor, with some taste. You know, they get extra flavor. The second place team probably gets just a little bit of flavor, and then so on and so on and so on until the last place team, they get punished. They are the ones that get shocked every day. And so Cassian gets shocked twice on the first day, but he's so observant. Like, he spends the first like couple minutes just like watching the process of this being built, and then as soon as like he's got it down the next day, he's just like, they got this thing running like a well-oiled machine. Like, they're probably going to be the top squad daily because they're just so good. But yeah, like, even as these guys are all competing against each other, even Andy Serkis's character is competing against the other room leaders. And he only has, what they say, 200 and something days left of his sentence. But like that other inmate said, like, don't count on that number for meaning anything, right? Because they will keep you as long as they want you, right? Once your sentence is up, they're not just gonna let you go. Like, that's not how it works. They will find whatever reason to keep you imprisoned until you eventually choose to kill yourself, like that other guy did. We then transition to Mommy Mothma doing some political work, meeting with Tay, talking about some finances and such. Her daughter is a little sus. Like, I'm not quite sure what to make of that little thing where she walks up to them and she just looks so nervous and like twitchy and is literally just like saying hi. Like, she didn't ask for anything. She didn't seem like indignant like she normally does. She was just kind of like nervous, and then walked away. And it was like, what are you, little girl, what are you doing? Like, we already know that the Empire has people watching Mon Mothma, right? But if they potentially have like recruited her own family to watch her, that's bonkers. And would probably serve to drive her even further against the rebellion. I mean, she doesn't like her husband. They were married at 15 as custom on their planet, and she became a senator a year later, but like, so she obviously has no loyalty to this man. It was pretty much an arranged marriage, but she might like her daughter or love her daughter, and realizing that they are having her daughter potentially spy on her would be devastating, I assume. Another thing Cassian noticed in prison is he's noticing this one dude is like doing like sign language across the bridges. So all these characters, even though they're not allowed to like outwardly talk to each other about stuff because they get cracked down on that, they are still finding ways to communicate, which is, I love it. And I'm sure Cassian will quickly learn that sign language so that he can then in turn incite an uprising in this prison. I'm curious how they're going to escape though, because like the ships, I assume ships only come in at certain times, and they're like in the middle of the goddamn ocean. So it's like, what are you going to do? That's wild. Very, very curious about that. Over on Ferrix, Cassian's mom is a straight gangster, like rebel activity for days. she's throwing a wrench in the works. She is fighting against the machine. Like she fell trying to open some floodgates to provide a place where the rebellion can enter into the hotel from below and take out the empire that's there. And it's like, bro, like she's getting reckless. And I get it. She's old. She's kind of like it's kind of like Luthen, where Luthen's like, I'm done hiding. Like I've been hiding, I've been cautious, I've been cowardly for too long. I'm done with all of that. Her, she's like, I'm old. I don't have time to spend 20 years slowly building a rebellion. She's like, I'm in it now. And she's doing work, brother. Hopefully she doesn't die before Cassian gets out of prison, because that would just be heartbreaking. But we got Cassian's two main homies, the construction worker, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, and Bix. They're talking to each other. They're kind of a team at the moment, keeping her alive, keeping Marva alive. It's just crazy. But we got some spies of our own in Cinta and Vel, just keeping an eye on things, right? I wonder how. Okay, so they're there to potentially find Cassian and kill him, I assume. We learn a little bit more about each of them though. Like Cinta is like a true believer in the cause. She is in it to win it type thing, right? Like stormtroopers slaughtered her family, so this is not a game for her. Like she is all aboard the rebellion train. She's willing to do whatever it takes, and yeah, she loves Vel, but she's also probably keenly aware that Vel is not as committed to the cause. Like she throws a line out of like, maybe I'm a rich girl running from her family, which I think was a direct shot at Vel, saying that like, you're a rich girl running from your family. Like, and you only love me because you see what you need to see from me. And if it weren't for that, we wouldn't be connected type thing. Very curious. And Vel's leaving, I think, to go somewhere, but Cinta's staying and keeping an eye on Bix, who's trying to contact Luthen to get info about Cassian. But she makes a mistake. She goes and listens on, or uses that thing, and it, I don't know, how did the Imperials find out about that, right? Like Like, who's giving them the info that there's a secret rebel communication for Pac, right? And I mean, maybe these people are just known friends of Cassian, and so that they're bringing them all in. But the timing seemed suspicious. I'm curious about that. And they chase her down, and it's like, bro, they're gonna like torture her and try and get info from her. But then probably the biggest appearance in this episode is Saw Gerrera. Luthen is meeting with Saw Gerrera to try and get him to work with another group of rebels, right? That right now they're all kind of like their own individual rebel cells. As we know from the show Rebels, there's a big part of this whole time period is connecting these rebel cells together to form one large rebellion. And Saw Gerrera is very much like a lone wolf in this whole thing, because his group is a lot more violent than the other groups. And like, so he's trying to get him to work with some of the other people. And Saw Gerrera, he's like, bro, I got years and years of like history and memories of not enjoying these people. Like, why would I work with these separatists and random alliance people? Like, I don't want to be part of them. Like, I'm doing my thing. I'm the only one that truly knows what he's doing and why he's doing it. And Luthen's like, bro, if we don't put aside our differences, we're all gonna die with nothing. And he's trying to get him to work with this dude and blow up something. I forgot exactly what he said, but he's like, if you work with him, you can blow this thing up. But if you guys work separately, it's not gonna work. So I need you to just be a team player here, man. And he's like, nah, you can leave. And it's like, ugh. And then we end with another random shot. That's an interesting thing that they're doing with this show. They did this last episode and this episode, where they're ending with like seemingly like mundane shots, right? Like, it's not like a building shot. It's not a huge cliffhanger shot. It's just like normal. And then credits. It just makes me want to watch the next episode to figure out what's going to happen. One thing I forgot to mention, Cyril Karn, he is interviewed by the ISB, because he just keeps submitting false reports about Cassian. He's like, I just need info. Like, he'll just keep doing it. Like, this means more to him than normal stuff, right? First of all, pretty much ruined his life. So, like, effed up everything that he cares about. He already has this sense of inadequacy, like, drilled into him from his mother. And so now he's presented with something that could potentially give him purpose. And he had it kind of stripped away from him early on, and then now he has another opportunity, and he's like, bro, I don't want my boss at the Bureau of, Standards to know, like, oh, wow, you helped the Empire? Congratulations. That means nothing to him. He's like, I don't give a shit about this job, right? I care about finding Andor. Like, that's the thing. And it's interesting to see Dedra kind of somewhat subconsciously adopt the same mentality that her superiors up to this point have had towards her, right? Like, the ISB and all her co-workers are looking at her being this gung-ho person who's like trying to get this done, trying to figure everything out. They're looking at her like stop, like, this is none of your business, like, you're working too hard, you're making us look bad type thing. And then now she interacts with Cyril, and he is the one that's like, hey, I figured this out in 2 days. Like, I solved a murder in 2 days and, you know, almost completely disrupted a rebel scheme. Like, I could be an asset going forward, and she's like, nah, forget this ever happened. Like, you're not getting involved with my investigation. And it's like, to a certain extent, I get it, because she's like, I want to be the one that gets this done. Like, if someone else comes along and does work that she doesn't already have a connection with, it might seem like someone's stealing the limelight or like getting credit for the work that she's done. But at the same time, it is a little subconscious, you know, mirroring of the people that are, how people are treating her, right? Where she doesn't want Cyril involved in this, and she's like, no, go home, forget this ever happened. Like, you're not joining the ISB. But I think Cyril would honestly be fairly good at the job. Like, he's very, very dedicated. He is arguably the perfect person to be in the ISB. Like, he's just hard ass enough to like be just enough of a dick to people to like make sure they're not being complacent, but he's also slowly being radicalized enough where he would kind of fit right in with the Empire, if we're being honest. Like, he is a burgeoning neo-Nazi. You know, the fascism is rising up within him. And he would, so I think honestly he would be a solid asset to this effort, but you know, he's being shut down, and I assume that will change. I think he's just gonna be further emboldened, right? He already figured out if he just keeps submitting false reports that he'll meet with ISB, and she told him, you submit another false report, it won't be me you're talking to, and it might be someone above her, or it might be, you know, it might be exactly what he wants, is he wants to talk to someone else. And maybe if he just keeps submitting reports, they'll either kill him or be like, all right, man, here's a job. and maybe we'll see what happens. Again, the writing is just fantastic. Even not necessarily even like the dialogue, but like just I mean, the dialogue's great, but like the way they're able to communicate all these visual things subtly is excellent. Like, this show is a mastercraft of care and intention, and I'm freaking loving it. But yeah, I have to go to work in 5 minutes, so let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear all your thoughts. Are you enjoying Andor so far? This is episode 8, so 4 episodes left of the season, and then one more season of 12 episodes after that. So we're slowly coming down to the wire. Yeah, let me know all your thoughts and opinions. Comment helps the channel, helps the algorithm see my videos. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel out a ton, like I said. If you are new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more Star Wars. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description below. Your support over there would mean the world. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.